Match 2 of day 2 at the Trinity National Invitational brings you the Endicott Goals versus the Covenant Scots. Two colleges going after each other here in Calgar Gym in San Antonio, Texas. Endicott certainly has a lot of momentum. They came in and beat the host team, Trinity Tigers, in 5 sets. They served really, really well in order to get that W. They lost earlier in that day to Eastern, so they are 1-1 on this trip, and they want to leave with a winning record. The Scots have dropped both of the matches that they've played thus far, losing to both Eastern and Trinity. They lost to Trinity earlier today in a sweep, so trying to salvage a win out of a weekend that so far has them going home with no wins. I am Reed Rosales for the Tiger Network. Happy to be bringing you coverage of these two teams. Of course, the player to look out for Endicott is Hadley Hellenbrook. She really took it to the Tigers yesterday. 27 kills. She tooled every blocker that the Tigers could throw at her. And if it wasn't that, she was hitting through the block with so much power. And you also have to watch out for their freshman setter, Hannah McGuire. She may be a freshman, but she is such a talented setter. Meanwhile, for Covenant, watch out for Kelsey Carmen. Really strong outside for the Scots. And Callie Sandhoff, a middle blocker and a setter. Very dynamic player. And we are underway here in Calgar Gym once again. First attack from the Scots is dug by the goals, pushed over. And that one is going to be saved, but the Scots cannot respond. Megan Murphy was the one to push that over for the goals. The Scots could just not form a cohesive attack. Back to serve for Endicott is Hannah McGuire, the freshman setter. Extending Carmen. Carmen gets dug by McGuire. Andy Draper with her first swing. So the goals go up 2-0 here in Calgard. The goals in contention to win the Trinity National Invitational. They will need a little bit of help from the Tigers. That one, a really good serve, a bit of a shank off the platform. Out of system attack doesn't go so well. Next swing from Hellenbrook gets sent back. Hellenbrook will try again, and she catches the back line. 3-0 Endicott. Endicott dropping their first match of this invitational to Eastern. But if the Tigers were to beat Eastern, all 3 teams would be 2-1, and we'd go to the winning percentage of sets. McGuire's next serve into the net. So Endicott definitely wants to get the sweep against the Scots. Sarah Jennings back to serve for Covenant. Sophomore defensive specialist out of Clarksville, Georgia. Jennings serve. Taken by Rule. Hadley Hellenbrook crushes the ball, but hit the antenna on the swing, so 3-2. Scots get away with one. As that one was definitely going to be a kill if it didn't hit the antenna. Jennings back to serve for Covenant. Dribbler off the net. Unlucky for the goals, but quite fortunate for Jennings. That'll be a service ace for the libero of the Scots. Next serve. A strong one, passed really close to the net. Moreau hits it over. Jennings will set up this attack. And that was Ella Bailey getting stuff blocked there. So good setup from the goal defense. Those players up front, really smart. A lot of good attackers in this Endicott team. Stuck back set. And that'll be a kill for Callie Sandhoff. The sophomore middle blocker and setter out of Lookout Mountain, Georgia. Going to the hometown university, or college rather. Sandhoff will serve. And it's long. 5-4 in the earlier match against Trinity. Covenant was struggling a bit at the service line. See if they have cleaned up at all in the time between that match and this one. Quick set the middle. It's still alive, but nothing happening. A goal got an arm on it. I believe it was McGuire, but just could not make a cohesive attack because the second hit was nowhere near another player. Kelsey Carmen back to serve. The senior out of Cleveland, Tennessee. The serve from her, taken by Hellenbrook. They quick set the middle. Without the try again, McGuire going to the other side. That'll be point for Covenant. As player called in the net. The swing from Ava Grace Dresbach, who had an excellent match against the Tigers as well. The swing just a bit too much. And service error for the Scots, trying to go for that pinpoint precision serve right after the net, but ends up in the net instead. And Amelia Beigel, or as the bench will call her this entire match, Bagel, gives her serve for the goals. Set to Mathis, picked up by Hellenbrook. Swing from Dresbach is dug by the Scots. Next swing, Hellenbrook dug, and that center dump attempt is picked up by the Scots. Tool kill for Ella Bailey. 6-7, Covenant advantage. Ella Bailey serves it. McGuire, quick back set on the slide. And the Scots stop Stephanie Moreau. So a block for Covenant puts them up by 2. Another big looping serve. Moreau pushes it over. Attack from the back row from the Scots. Handled by Endicott. Dresbach gives the big swing. 7-8. It's a close match here in set 1. Ava Grace Dresbach will go back to serve, the freshman out of Pawcatuck, Connecticut. And a serving error for Dresbach. But it was an errorful match for Covenant against Trinity. And they also had a lot of errors against Trinity as well. Well, they got the W in the end. No touch service ace. As Amber Snook really had a pinpoint precision serve there. McGuire, quick set. But it goes awry. Stephanie Moreau cannot find the inbound line. 7-11, timeout, Endicott. See the stats on your screen. Errors from both sides on the service line and attacking. Those hitting percentages, much to be desired, although Covenant is doing enough to be up by 4 at this point, taking advantage of the goal's mistakes. Head coach for Endicott is Tim Byram, the UMaine Farmington alum, graduated in '94, his 25th year with the Gulls. Head coach for the Scots of Covenant College is Stephanie Wharton. She's in her 3rd season with the program. So, new coach versus an experienced coach. A lot of experience in this Trinity National Invitational. Scots make their way back out onto the court. And Endicott does as well. Good traveling from the Scots. Scott fans. There's a considerable amount of them in the stands. Endicott traveled well, considering that they are all the way in Massachusetts. Quick setting, Moreau in the middle. Covenant picks it up. Next attack from the Scots. Gets dug by Dresbach. Hadley Hellenbrook, big swing, and another kill for the team leader in kills, Hadley Hellenbrook. Now back to serve for Endicott. Abby Downs, who gave the Tigers a lot of trouble yesterday, looking to give the Scots a lot of trouble now. And the set is too far. The attack from Callie Sandhoff, too strong. So Abby Downs will get another opportunity to serve. Next serve from Downs. Handled much better by the Scots. Slide attack. That is going to not get down just yet. That'll be a kill for Megan Murphy, the senior middle blocker out of Danvers, Massachusetts. A smart, quick decision from her. Tough serve. It's going to be a free ball for the goals. It is not. The free ball attempt was not in bounds. So now the goals have come back down 4 out of this timeout. It's a very effective timeout. Coach Byram having some really good words for the goals as they are playing really well right now. The Covenant making a mistake there makes the 4-0 scoring run a 5-0 scoring run for the goals. Next serve from Downs in the net, 12-12. Scott's trying to stop the bleeding. Emma Rule back on the court for Endicott, the goal libero. And on the court for the Scots now is Anissa Snyder, the senior defensive specialist out of Powder Springs, Georgia. Hadley Hellenbrook. Another kill for Hadley Hellenbrook, the sophomore out of Atlanta, Georgia. Looking to get some more kills against the team from Georgia. Lookout Mountain specifically. Tough serve. But Covenant able to get an attack off. Humped up. Hadley Hellenbrook swings. It's in the air. Free ball for the Scots. Ooh, close set to the net. Just put over. A lot of chaos right now. Hellenbrook, big swing. And Hadley Hellenbrook brings peace to the court as she calls for order. Kill number 4 for Hellenbrook. It's an excellent, excellent outside that the goals have. Tough serve from McGuire. Carmen makes an attack from near the 3-meter line, picked up by the goals. Next swing from Draper, dug by Jennings. Carmen will try again, and that one will get down for the kill off the platform of McGuire. Scots still down 14-13. The serve from Sarah Jennings. Serve receive by Rule. Pass is very close to the net. Down ball sent over by the Scots. Hadley Hellenbrook. Precision shot is amazing. 5 kills for Hellenbrook. She's had a lot of matches this year with 20-plus kills. Against Trinity, that was her masterpiece thus far. Now on the court for Covenant is Camila Gonzalez. Dribbler off the net. Very fortunate that Snook was there to pick it up. Sandoff gets the kill. So what could have been a very unfortunate situation for the Scots turned into a prime opportunity. Now the serve for Callie Sandoff. One-handed set, ends up in a pushover by the goals. Carmen swings, but swings out. 16-14, the goals still lead. Re-entering the match for Endicott, it's Stephanie Moreau, the junior from Massachusetts. So from Emma Rule. Quick setting in the middle, Mathis gets dug by McGuire. Down ball, they tried to send over a down ball, but it was certainly an out-of-system play. 16-15. Ball ended up in the net. And the down ball attempt by Annie Draper. Kelsey Carmen back to serve for the Scots. Received by Hellenbrook. Get a quick set the middle, but sent back. The Scott block makes it 16-16. So another opportunity for Carmen. Going for a change-up serve. Down ball sent over. And Dresbach just really able to find the perfect spot. Very fortunate. It was a difficult down ball to even get off. And Coach Wharton wanting to appeal this one. I think she's looking for 2 touches by one of the Endicott players. It's a difficult receive, so we'll look. There's one there, another one there. Down ball sent over. Maybe they're looking for someone in the net too. But that appeal is not going to go anywhere. So Amelia Beigel back to serve. O's put up for Bagel. Back serve. Good reception. Attack from the 3-meter line is dug by Emma Rule. Quick set the middle. And Stephanie Moreau putting the goals up by 2. It is 18-16. Endicott leads. The chance begin again. Next serve. Tough handle. Down ball sent over by Kleinman. Tipped by Dresbach, but it's picked up by the Scots. Kleinman will try another attack. Easily dug by Hellenbrook. Dresbach swings again. 19-16. Ava Grace Dresbach trying to catch up with Hellenbrook and kills. Another chant for Bagel. Received by Kleinman. Big attack sent back. Number 12, number 16, Ava Grace Dresbach and Stephanie Moreau come together to stop the Scots. New face on the floor for Covenant. It's number 2, Gabby Summerall. 6'1" freshman out of Monroe, Louisiana. Bagel, another serve. Kleinman with another serve receive. Swing from Mathis, sent back, it's punched up. Kleinman swings, dug by Hellenbrook. McGuire going for Dresbach. Gets her attack back to her. Dresbach swings again off the hands of the blocker. Dresbach gets another kill. Timeout called by Covenant. Everything going the way of the goals so far, at least recently here in set 1. You see that hitting percentage is doing really, really well now. They're hitting 188. They were hitting in the negatives last time we checked in on the stats. Of course, Hadley Hellenbrook, 5 kills, hitting 444. She has 5 digs as well. Hellenbrook is just a really great all-around player. She's also assisted in one of the goal blocks. Ava Grace Dresbach, 4 kills, hitting 375. Excellent performance right now as well. Meanwhile, for Covenant, it's Gally Sanhoff leading the Scots in kills with 2. But you can see head coach Byram talking with the goals. They were super, super excited after the match against Trinity. And the goals. A much younger team than in years past. A lot of sophomores. Of course, they got the freshman setter. With Emma Rule, their libero is a senior. And Bagel misses, so 21-17. Goals still leading. Megan Murphy's also a senior. But those two are really the only ones that had a lot of consistent court time. Serve in the net, so another service error for the Scots, 22-17. As Ava Grace Dresbach back to serve. She is a freshman. Hadley Hellenbrook is a sophomore, and McGuire is a freshman. So Endicott's going to be really good for quite a while with those 3 around. But Hannah Mathis, the senior out of Defuniak Springs, Florida, puts the ball on the floor. 23-17. Endicott leads. First, Sarah Jennings needs to tie her shoe. Safety comes first. Shoe tied. And the whistle blown. Just back serve is out. Amber Snook back on the court for the Scots. The Californian back to serve. Tough serve. And no one can get to it. Hits the scorer's table. So an ace for Snook. It's 23-19. Endicott still playing in the favorable position here in the first set. Next serve, pass really close to the net. A bit of a joust. Point for the Scots. As they call McGuire in the net. 23-20. Scots only down by 3. Next serve from Snook. McGuire going for Hellenbrook off the high hand. But the Scots able to make an attack, but it's swung into the net by Scarlett Martz. So set point for Endicott. As one of their most dangerous servers of the weekend, Abby Downs to serve, set point. Snook quickly setting Martz, big swing, but dug by Downs. Hadley Hellenbrook says this set is over. Goals win set 1, 25-20. And Hadley Hellenbrook gets her 6th kill of the match. Scots players, they're on the court huddling up for a moment. A lot of excitement for the goals right now. Their victory over the Tigers, their 2nd highest nationally ranked win in program history. So big win for the program. They played very, very well. After this set, Endicott is hitting 171. They have way more kills. And that's really been the difference because they have a similar amount of errors. It's just Endicott has been really performing offensively better than the Scots in that, definitely in that first set. Hadley Hellenbrook. Once again, they're getting the ball to her. I'm just always going to point out that Hannah McGuire coming in a one-setter system when you're a freshman and you got to run the offense your first year. It'll be very nerve-wracking, but Hannah McGuire has taken this in stride, the freshman from San Jose, California. She has not shown any signs that she has been nervous. When they lost to Eastern, she was going up against a graduate student setter for Eastern. And the graduate student ended up winning just because of a bit more experience than McGuire. And she went up against some pretty experienced setters against the Tigers and performed very, very well. Endicott has the makings a really good team for the next couple of years. The Scots really needing to start getting around their attacking errors. I mean, when you're hitting in the negatives, it's not a recipe for success. You can see some of the highlights on your screen now. Yeah, Hadley Hellenbrook. That was the one where they hit the antenna. Scots got freebie there. It's not like the Scots aren't hitting really strong spikes, but Endicott has been playing very good defensively as well. 18 digs for the goals compared to 11 for the Scots. The key to this match for the Scots is going to be slowing down Hellenbrook and Dresbach. If they can do that, they're in a pretty good position, but if they can't, Hellenbrook and Dresbach have a way of completely running over teams. Every team coming into this National Invitational was coming off of a weekend where they had lost more matches than they had won. So a big bounce-back weekend opportunity for all of these teams. Right now, Endicott looking to leave with a winning record in a tough Trinity National Invitational. Scots trying to get a win in San Antonio. Both these teams predicted to win their conferences this year. Endicott out of the College of New England and Covenant out of the Collegiate Conference of the South. Both conferences are going to be very contentious this year as Endicott playing against their conference rivals over in Wentworth. That's going to be an exciting match in conference for sure. Set two's underway as Anissa Snyder serves us off for the Scots. Big swing, it's an overforced. The strength of Hellenbrook is unmatched. And a bit of a silent moment on the court as Carmen, I think, tripped over either Draper's foot or accidentally tripped over one of the posts for the net. But 1-0, Covenant. Tip attempt is sent back. The idea for Megan Murphy wasn't a bad one. Just couldn't get it over the Covenant block. Next serve from Snyder. Taken by Rule. McGuire will go for Hellenbrook. Off the top of the tape and a blocker. Goals get their first point of this set. 7 kills for Hellenbrook. The serve from Hellenbrook is a strong one. Snook quick setting. Summerall, but picked up by the goals. Tip from Draper. Covenant can't get it over. Man, there were 2 Scots going after that one. Jennings, the libero, was diving after it, but Summerall came in and got an arm on it, and it kind of messed up the trajectory a little bit. That's going to be a very dominant ace from Hellenbrook. She serves as strong as she spikes from the net. Crushed that one off the platform. Another just really strong serve from Hellenbrook. That's going to be a quick kill for Kali Sandhoff, though. Covenant runs their offense very well there. On the court for the Scots is Kennedy Barber. She subs in the right side, 5'10" sophomore out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Serve from Jennings. McGuire will go for Dresbach. One touch off the block makes it a bit easier to handle for the Scots. Their next attack hits the antenna. Unfortunate for Kelsey Carmen. I'll send back Emma Ruled to serve. The senior out of Duxbury, Massachusetts. Good serve for the Endicott libero. Carmen swings. Good dig by McGuire. Bump set for Dresbach. She gets dug by Jennings. Snook will go to Carmen. Carmen pushes it. Right spot for Carmen. Gets it past the dive of Rule. It is 4-4. The second set very similar to the first in its start. Both sides trading points. Point for Endicott, though, on the service error. And the chants are starting early for Amelia Beigel. Good serve, but handled well by the Scots, and that's going to be point for Covenant. Scots are really trying to keep up with the goals. It's 5-5. Kelsey Carmen back to serve. Serve from Carmen. High bump set for Dresbach. Gets dug by Carmen. Swing from Kleinman is out of bounds. Kinsley Kleinman trying to catch the line, but is unable to. Next serve. Good receive. Mathis puts it down. The senior Floridian tying things up again, 6-6. It is Hannah Barber, or Kennedy Barber to serve for Covenant. And Hellenbrook, man, that was a strong swing off the block. She has a way of tooling blockers that I have not seen here in Calgard Gym. It really is quite impressive. Abby Downs to serve for Endicott. Send off, quick setting the middle. Point for Covenant as Gabby Summerall gets a kill. They cheer with their freshman. Always a happy time. Freshman getting court time. Serve from Snook is a difficult one. Is the ball going to get over? It will not. That'll be an ace. Snook has been the best server for the Scots this weekend. And that is the first kill of the season for Gabby Summerall. So that will be her first collegiate kill. Point for Endicott, touch off the block. So congratulations to Gabby Summerall. Always a big moment in a player's career, getting that first kill. It is Hannah McGuire back to serve. Californian gives a good serve. One-handed set put over by Summerall, and that one's gonna fall. Scots are excited for the freshman. Now serving for the Scots is number 8, Anissa Snyder. Strong serve, handled well by the goals. McGuire going to Andy Draper, gets dug by Jennings. The swing from Carmen gets dug by McGuire, so it'll be a bump set for Helen Brooke, who swings it into the net. Scots are maybe feeling a bit of deja vu, taking a 2-point lead, getting into double digits. Barely missing the back line. So freebie for Endicott. Hadley Hellenbrook, her serve. It is tough. Really impressive not to hit the net there. McGuire, big swing from the middle. And it will be a point for Endicott as the dump attempt goes down as a double. Or no, I think they called Gabby Summerall in the net. I believe they did, so either way, Endicott point. High off the platform. It'll be a free ball for the goals. Wire back set. Draper swings and gets the kill. Excellent swing from Andy Draper. Coming back onto the court for Covenant is Camila Gonzalez. So from Hellenbrook. Misses for Hellenbrook, and that will be a service error. I think Endicott for a moment thought they had it. It was really close. Can't I remember. We'll take a look here real quick. And who knows? That was really, really close. If we had video replay review at this level, they might have taken a look at that. Endicott gets the kill on the last one. Big swing dug by McGuire. Bump set. It's going to be a free ball for Covenant. They push it right back. Unexpected from the Scots, but that's what they needed. A surprise attack. Caught Endicott off guard. You push it to us, we'll push it right back to you. Kylie Sanhoff back to serve. McGuire. Wow, back row attack from Hellenbrook is so strong. Carmen, much tamer attack. Bump set for Dresbach. And they're going to say it hit the antenna. So it's not like Covenant is not finding themselves in leads. It's maintaining that lead that has currently been the problem for the Scots. Trying to make that lead a bit more consistent. Another service error. We have 12 combined between both sides now. The Scots are serving much better in this match than they did against Trinity. They have 4 service aces. The Bagel chance begin anew. As she serves for the goals. Barber's swing is down for the kill. Kennedy Barber back on the court for Covenant is Kinsley Kleinman. But it is Kelsey Carmen to serve for Covenant. Big looping serve. McGuire, that's a tough set. say Scott touched it, so got to respond. Big swing, that's gonna be a kill for Mathis. 15-13, Scott's lead. Next serve from Carmen. Received by Dresbach. She will also take the attack, but her attack comes back at her. McGuire trying the back row attack with Hellenbrook, but it swung into the net. Too many touches by the goals. Timeout called by Endicott. We're down by 3 here in this second set. It is 16-13. Covenant leading. See on your screen the current stats of the match. Covenant is hitting 333 in the set. Endicott is hitting 100. 2 blocks for the goals, 3 for the Scots. They're matching in errors. Scots are starting to catch up in kills. Good serving for the Scots. Endicott's been serving well too, but the Scots have improved their serve receive. A couple more digs for the goals, so keeping the ball off the ground a bit more, making life a little harder for Covenant. They have 5 more digs, and they are leading in kills by 5, so. The goal defense, keeping the possibilities open for Endicott. 3-0 scoring run for the Scots. We'll see if the timeout by Coach Byram will pay off. Where slight attack gets down. Stephanie Moreau, the junior middle blocker, gets the kill. It is Ava Grace Dresbach back to serve. Sandhoff setting Mathis. Huge swing, what a great dig by Dresbach to keep it alive. The free ball from Hellenbrook was offline. 17-14. It is Kennedy Barber back to serve for Covenant College. And an overforced on the serve. Swing from Sumrall. Sumrall gets blocked. Endicott is not out of this at all. They're only down by 2. Oh, and they've got a really strong server back there now, Abby Downs. The sophomore serves. Handled really well by the Scots. First attack gets sent back to the Scots. Next attack from Kleinman is a bit too tame. Hellenbrook, big swing! Jennings tried to get an arm on it, but nothing coming of it. It is 17-16. Hellenbrook, double-digit kills. That's kill number 10. Quick back set. Mathis freezes the goals. That was put in the Bermuda Triangle. 3 goals, and none of them really going after that. Amber Snook gave the goal some trouble last time with her serves. McGuire has Hellenbrook push it over, and that'll be a kill from Hadley Hellenbrook. That sends back Hannah McGuire to serve for Endicott. The freshman gives her serve. Stuck back set on the attack. It is all tied up in set 2. 18-18. Scots trying to run Kleinman, but nothing going the Scots' way. McGuire serve. Received by Carmen. Snook will go for Sandhoff. She gets blocked, but sends it over on one. Ellenbrook having to bump it high. Down ball sent over by Draper. Bump set. Kleinman swings out, but a touch by a goal makes it a kill. It is 19-18. With Anissa Snyder back to serve for Covenant College. And she serves it into the net. 19-19. Off the ill-timed service error. Hellenbrook serves. Got a little bit of the net, but handled well by the Scots either way. Tip attempt by Sandhoff. Out of system attack. Works still for Ava Grace Dresbach. That was a really strong attack from a very unfavorable position. Having to go with the sharp angle. Dribbler off the net is an ace for Hadley Hellenbrook. Is there anything she can't do? He's back to serve once again. Serve, it's put up. It's pushed over by Summerall, and Gabby Summerall will have another kill for herself. She swaps out with Kennedy Barber, with Sarah Jennings back to serve for Covenant. Serve, good reception by Hellenbrook. Point for Endicott off the touch, Annie Draper. That'll bring on Stephanie Moreau once again for Endicott. Emma Rule back to serve. Good serve from the libero. But Kennedy Barber, sophomore, knows how to tip it off the block. It's 22-21. Covenant now on the other side of the equation of this set two. They'd been leading by about 2. Now they're down by 1. McGuire going to Draper. Big swing, forces it over. Bumped up high. Dresbach can't get it over. It hits the antenna. 22-22 in set 2. Number 12 back to serve. Kelly Sandhoff trying to give Covenant College the lead. Good reception by Rule. Huge swing from Dresbach, but it is off the antenna. So point for Covenant, and Coach Byram not too happy about the call. Having a conversation with the down official. Now having a conversation with the up official as well. Disagree with the call, giving Covenant the lead, but maybe ball don't lie. It is 23-23 off of the service error. And it's the Endicott bench about to do the chant, I'm sure, for Amelia Beigel. Good serve from Bagel. Swing from Barber. It's kept alive. Out of system attack. Tool off the block for the kill for Ava Grace Dresbach. 24-23. Set point Endicott. I think they may be holding a bagel. One of the players may be holding a bagel. And that'll be an ace for Amelia Bagel. The chants work, folks. They really do. We will switch sides once again in Calgar Gym Endicott wins set 2, 25-23 over Covenant College. An impressive 3-0 scoring run to end off the second set. And really, the Gulls are playing fantastic now. You can see some highlights on your screen. They swing a 161, but Hadley Hellenbrook, man, she dominates at the service line. 11 kills, she leads the Gulls. Ava Grace Dresbach, 7 kills. Those two are going to be the most dangerous duo in their conference, likely. I mean, if they aren't, I need to go watch whoever they play. But right now, that is almost certainly going to be the case. Annie Draper also has 4 kills. Stephanie Moreau has 2, and Megan Murphy has 1 for the Gulls. For Covenant, Hannah Mathis leads the team in kills with 5. Callie Sandoff has 4. Gabby Summerall has 3. Kelsey Carmen has 2. Kennedy Barber has 2. Kinsley Kleinman has 1. And Ella Baker Southern came down, and their entire team was dancing to some of the music that the stats table was playing. So really, MVP of the tournament, stats table. Have to thank them for everything, keeping me updated with all the stats. They're very quick with it too. So shout out to everyone helping down there. Garrett Landon, kind of the mastermind of it all down there. But it will be Hannah McGuire for Endicott to serve into the third set. And we are underway. And a service error to start things off. It nearly was a dribbler. Unfortunate for Covenant. As they lead 1-0. Sarah Jennings back to serve. Good serve from Jennings. Hellenbrook will make the attack from the back row. Nothing going there. Annie Draper gets the tool kill. 1-1. As perhaps we will trade points back and forth in the third set as well. Good crowd here in Calgard. And tried to push it down, but Covenant able to respond ultimately. Bump set. Hellenbrook attacks from the back row, but gets dug. Swing from Kleinman. That would almost hit a speaker. Dresbach pushes it. Good coverage by Covenant. They force another over, but they push it over on one. It's going to be a down ball sent over by Draper. They almost force an over. Kleinman swings and stops the rally. That was a wild rally. A moment between the up judge and Carmen. The up judge called Carmen over, which is the interesting part. And she's going to relay a message to Coach Wharton. Floor captain. Carmen goes back to the up judge. And conversation seems to be done. I'm not sure what the conversation was about. Maybe something just catching the official's eye that he wanted to address. Draper's first attack gets sent back to her. Dreisbach will have the second opportunity, and that'll fall. 2-2. And it is Emma Rule to serve for Endicott. I'm going to wipe the floor a little bit. Really on that tiger head. Making sure that everything is safe to play on. Don't want anybody to slip and fall and get hurt. Last thing we want. Seems that problem has been rectified. And we are serving once again. Swing from Barber, dug by Hellenbrook. Dreisbach swings. It's going to be a kill for Dreisbach. She tools it off the block. It is 3-2. Last match against Trinity, they had like about a 90% tool rate last match against Trinity. And Dreisbach and Hellenbrook alone had about 50 kills. Covenant put in chaos by the serve. Can't get it back over. It is 4-2. Next serve from Rule. Good eyes by the Scots. They let that one sail out for the service error. So we have 8 service aces combined compared to 16 service errors. Make that 8 service aces to 17 service errors. And it is Amelia Beigel. Of course, you see the O's for Bagel. Trying to figure out what they're holding on the bench. Swing from McGuire. That's a really strong swing. Tip attempt hits the antenna. Man. Yeah, McGuire really hurt that ball. Bit of a change-up serve from Kennedy Barber. Barber digs the attack. Carmen swings. What a great diving dig by Hellenbrook. Top of the hands goes Dreisbach. Covenant able to get another attack. Tip from Carmen. One-arm dig from Bagel. Hadley Hellenbrook can't get the ball over the net. It's 5-5. We're all tied up here in set 3. Another change-up serve. That one forces an over. Covenant is going to send a down ball over, though. Bump set for Dreisbach. Doesn't catch the back line, but a touch by a Scott. And Coach Wharton is not happy with that call. The lines judge on the Endicott side called a touch on a Scott. I don't believe the line judge on the Covenant side called a touch. So some grievances, but play continues on. Serve from Dres back. Ball's in an awkward location. Attack made, but it gets dug easily. Attack from the 3-meter line by Dresbach. Another kill for Eva Grace Dresbach. She has caught up with Hadley Hellenbrook. Bit of an arms race between the two. That's an ace for Dresbach. Her first service ace of this match. As a bunch of booms coming from the bench of Endicott, as you saw on your screen. Another tough serve. Pushed over, point for Endicott. Player in the net. They're saying that Mathis was in the net. 9-5, Endicott leading by 4. The earliest point in a set where they've taken such a lead. Ooh, that was an over. Easy push down for Endicott. Unassisted kill too. So Dresbach serving has been really good so far, but you know, something announcers jinx. It is 10-6. Now the excellent server Amber Snook will be back to serve. The court goes quiet as she serves. Good change up. Ooh, the swing causes a bit of trouble for the Scots, but they're able to respond. Swing from Hellenbrook, she gets stuffed. She'll try again, and she gets the tool. What an amazing player she is. Man, Gabby Summerall, Callie Sandoff really trying their best to stuff at Hellenbrook again. But they went back to her, and she absolutely tooled them. Serve from Abby Downs. Handled well by the Scots. Punched over after a misset. Big swing from Hellenbrook. Still alive, bump set. Carmen trying to push it over, but it hits the net. Goals have doubled up on the Scots here in set 3. On the court for Covenant is Kaylee Schanfelt, freshman out of Wichita, Kansas. Snook going for Sandoff, really strong swing. Yeah, a bit too hot to handle. That was hit with authority. It's 12-7. So the Scots on a 6-2 scoring run. Or the goals, rather, are on that 6-2 scoring run. Make that 6-3 as an ace for Kaylee Schanfelt. A freshman went to high school at the Classical School of Wichita. Bump set from McGuire over to Hellenbrook is sent back. Ball goes back over the net. Prime opportunity to punish the over is not taken. Sandoff a bit frustrated with herself there as she swung out. 13-8. Good serve by McGuire. Snook going for Kleinman. 2 off the block for a kill. 13-9. Still down by 4 are the Scots. They're looking to break into that double-digit barrier. And looking for Sarah Jennings to serve them into it. Really close, but just too far. Hadley Hellenbrook will be back to serve. She has 2 aces in this match. That one off the top of the hands. They went for the overhead receive. Swing from way beyond the 3-meter line. Some fall, but quick set the middle. Megan Murphy, the senior, keeps the goals up by a nice amount, 15-9. Swung into the net. Man, that is 20 service errors combined compared to 10 service aces. You usually want that ratio not to be 2-to-1 in favor of the errors. Bump set, really close to the net. It's kind of a free ball for the Scots. Big swing from Mathis. Mathis puts it down. Eastern University Eagles have entered Calgar Gym. They're kind of watching on the 3rd floor. (15-11). Dresbach, tool kill. They are builders over at Endicott because they need a lot of tools. Welcome back, Stephanie Moreau, number 16. Serve from Rule. Quick set the middle. Mathis gets the touch. Oh, there's just inbounds. Saw that, my apologies. 16-12. Sometimes with the light from the scoreboard, it kind of obscures the line. That one is not obscured, though. That one was out. Good swing by Annie Draper. But just need to be a bit more accurate. 16-13, Endicott leads. McGuire quick sets the middle. But Covenant able to respond. McGuire will go to Draper. Picked up by Barber. Man, really sharp angle from Hannah Mathis. Mathis gets her 8th kill. She's really starting to light up the scoreboard. 16-14, Covenant making a bit of a comeback. We're going to Dresbach. Covenant, bit lucky to respond. Hellenbrook, big back row attack dug by Jennings. Pushed over by Schanfeld. Nothing happening. Swing from Dresbach, gets sent back. High bump set. Point for Covenant College. Timeout Endicott, as Covenant has gone on a 4-0 scoring run. 163 hitting percentage for the goals, 80 for the Scots in the match. And for the set, well, Covenant is also hitting 80, and Endicott is hitting 156. Take a look at some of these highlights. Really, it's been quite an interesting match now. It looked like Endicott was just going to completely run away with it, but now Covenant has really fought their way back into this one. A ultra tough task to come back from being down 2 sets. Really, it's the mental part of the game that gets to you because it's such a hill to climb. Because after you win set 3, then you have to win set 4, and then you have to win a lightning quick set 5. It's akin to climbing a mountain and thinking you've reached the top. But then when you do reach it, there's an even higher peak you need to get to. For Covenant, they need to reach that first step. Kleinman serves them out of the timeout. Wire quick set the middle. It's kept alive by Covenant. And a touch by Endicott. The goals are in shock at that call. It's 16-16. Coach Wharton looking on, and Coach Byram not seeming too pleased with the call. And that's not the best set from McGuire. 17-16, Covenant has taken the lead. You can see what McGuire is trying to do in setting the middle. It's just the set was off. Next serve from Kleinman. McGuire back set. Big swing from Draper, gets sent back. It's pushed over. That one looked like it was going out, but Covenant chooses to play it. They get the point anyways. Endicott thinks they had that pancake dig. But nope, says the up judge. It is 18-16. Very, very close to the line. 17-18. Those service errors have been around all match long. And before the Endicott bench's favorite chant starts to serve, she ties her shoe. It is Amelia Beigel. But it might as well be Bagel. The serve from Bagel is out. 17-19. Back to serve for the Scots is Kennedy Barber, the sophomore right side. Trying to push her team into a fourth set. Dresbach with the out-of-system attack. Covenant responds by having Mathis smash the ball into the floor. Covenant is hyped up. 17-20 is the score. As now the Scots are hitting over 100. So the Scots are ahead by 3. They're on a 8-1 scoring run right now. Endicott really needs to figure something out, or else the Scots are going to continue this momentum. Scots are going to be quick to break their huddle, wanting to keep that feeling in them right now. They're on the court. The goal's about to break their huddle. They'll head back out as well. Barber will be the one to serve us out of the timeout. Endicott and Covenant playing close in set 3. But Covenant on an 8-1 scoring run right now. They have looked really, really good for those past 9 plays. With a change-up serve. McGuire going to Dresbach off the platform. Maybe what Endicott needs. 18-20. Ava Grace Dresbach back to serve for the goals. Good serve. It's going to be a bump set. The attack taken by Dresbach. Swing from Hellenbrook. That's a kill for the goals. And really, it's just the 2 main suspects at this point. Hadley Hellenbrook and Ava Grace Dresbach being the thorns in Covenant's side. Back set. Wing dug by Rule. Hellenbrook pushes it. It's easily collected by Covenant. And a block by Endicott. Their 4th block of the match comes at a very big time. We are tied in set 3, 20-20. Serve from Dresbach handled well. Trying to quick set the middle. Endicott keeps it alive. Down ball sent over. Going to be point for Covenant, as that one had a lot of heat on it, but not really the right angle. Sailed out of bounds. It's still very impressive how much power Hellenbrook can get on just a down ball. Amber Snook with the serve. Really difficult. Hellenbrook, big swing. Bit of a joust at the net. It is an over, unassisted kill. 21-21. Double substitution. It is Abby Downs back to serve with Megan Murphy up front for Endicott on the double substitution. Serve from Downs. That one is under the net. Service ace for Abby Downs. She had been a bit quiet, but that is her second service ace. 22-21. That one received much better. Swing from Sandhoff is kept alive. Ellenbrook gets the kill. What a wicked swing from that position. And Kleinman could not handle it. 23-21. A 3-0 scoring run for the goals. Snook pushes it. Tipped by Sandhoff. Picked up by the goals. They get back over, but an unassisted kill for Callie Sandhoff. It is close. It is very close in set 3. Back to serve for Covenant is Kaylee Schanfelt. McGuire going to Helen Brook. Waterfall ball for Helen Brook, 24-22. 16 kills for Hadley Hellenbrook. It'll be the freshman setter, Anna McGuire, out of San Jose, California. Match point for Endicott. Good serve. It's going to be a bump set. Kleinman makes her attack, but it's picked up by the goals. Hellenbrook, much tamer attack. Scots were ready for it. Kleinman push. First touch off of McGuire, so it'll be a bump set for Hellenbrook. Hadley Hellenbrook comes in and dominates when the Endicott goals need it the most. They sweep the Scots. And Cal Guard Gym, they win set 3, 25-22 to get that 3-set victory. And Hadley Hellenbrook is almost guaranteed to get into this all-tournament team. I'll tell you that right now. She led Endicott with 17 kills. Eva Grace Dresbach might also be on the all-tournament teams. 13 kills for her. Annie Draper had 5. Stephanie Moreau had 3. Megan Murphy had 2. For Covenant, the leader in kills was Hannah Mathis with 10. Callie Sandhoff had 6. Gabby Summerall had 3. Kinsley Kleinman had 3. Kennedy Barber had 3. Kelsey Carmen had 2. And Ella Bailey had 1. Really good job by Endicott to really shut down Kelsey Carmen with a really big threat on the outside for Covenant. Some highlights you see on your screen there. Goals hitting 188. Covenant hitting 100 for the match. 5 aces for the Scots, 6 for Endicott. Abby Downs had 2 for the goals, and Hadley Hellenbrook had 2 for the goals. And Amber Snook had 3 for the Scots. But really, I mean, Endicott, they leave San Antonio going 2-1 on the weekend. You can't say much more about Endicott other than they are going to be really, really, really good. Endicott fans, the goals will be on the road for their next match. They are at Springfield. That should be a good matchup. Springfield also has a very good program out there. So be sure, if you are able to, it is on a Wednesday the 18th at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That'll be a good match. The goals are looking good, though, so I think they should be expecting a good result there. Meanwhile, for Covenant, they are on the road. They're pretty close to home, though. They're going to Mount Berry, Georgia. It's going to be a really tough weekend for them next weekend. They play Emory on September 20th at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Then they play the host, Barry, on September 21st at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then they'll play Center College, which has come out and surprised a lot of people this year, at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, also on the 21st. So, Scots fans, that tournament is much closer to you than this one in San Antonio was. So be sure to go support them. That's going to be a big weekend for the Scots. They're going to have to give it their all. As for the Trinity National Invitational, last match is coming up. We are almost done here for the weekend, where Trinity will be taking on Eastern at 4:30, so a little over an hour before that match starts. For everybody in the control room, the big man downstairs in charge of it all, Josh Machugemba. I have been Reed Rosales for the Tiger Network. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we will see you for our very exciting last match of the Trinity National Invitational.